So, in Agama, the whole practice of how to do worship, how to look after temples, it seems very to a naive person, it seems just sort of a mechanical ritual going on. So, people have also translated Agama as ritual. What is your thought on that?
Yeah, that's very strange to translate Agama as ritual, because Agama is a very complete body of literature which gives knowledge on various subjects, and it is same purpose as the Vedas. So, just as Veda is not just ritual, I mean you can also call doing yajna as a ritual, but it is not. So, Agama is also a body of literature which is giving knowledge like the Vedas, and one of the major part of it includes temple worship, building of the temples, and the services which are done in the temple. They are all regulated by the Agamas, but these are not rituals, these are the ways to realize the absolute reality. This is the process, because the divinity is present everywhere, and it is also present inside our body, is also present in the world.
So, the Agamas are also there for bhakti,
Yeah,
how to do bhakti,
yeah,
how to look after the deity.
Yeah, no, this Pancharatra Agama are primarily for bhakti only. There is a Narad Pancharatra Agama, there is a Hashis Pancharatra Agama. So, these are very popular Agamas which give us the process, very much details how the temple has to be built, how the Vigraha has to be built.
The whole architecture.
Yeah, all architecture.
Carving, painting.
Right, and the measurements of the deities, how they have to be made, how they have to be installed, and after installation how they have to be worshipped. It's all the process of the chanting, the mantras, charya, puja.
Sure.
Yagyas.
So, since our tradition says that the metaphysics of the cosmos is such that all these things we do, sanskars, agama, they are actually having an effect on the cosmos.
Right.
So, it's to say it's a ritual is like saying that a pilot's job is a ritual, as if it's not doesn't make any difference.
Right.
It's actually having an effect. So, it's not a symbolic thing. It's not a symbolic.
It is not
thing.
symbolic. It is the Vigraha which is in the temple is non-different from the person whose Vigraha it is. If it is Shiva, it is Shiva only. If it is Vishnu, it is Vishnu. If it is Shakti, then it is Shakti. So, the Agamas are related with Vaishnava Agamas, there is Shaiva Agama, and there is Shakta Agamas.
So, you are doing this process to the actual deity, the person himself or herself.
He is personally present there. Of course, you can say that how do you say it, what is the difference between him and any statue or an idol? It is not an idol worship, it is not a worship of a statue, it is worship of him, because when the deity is installed, what is called prana pratishtha. So, once the pratishtha is done, then that God is present there, physically he is there. Therefore, he is treated like that. He is given food, he is bathed, he is dressed, he is put to sleep just like any human being. So, it is not a ritual, and if you do it with devotion, then you feel, that is why people pray and they have experience of it.
So, we could say it is a relationship.
Yeah, it's
the processes for personal relationship with the divine.
Yeah. So, the divine manifests for our benefit in different ways. He manifests in his name, he manifests in his Vigraha, he manifests in the form of Shastra, he manifests also in the form of Guru. So, these are the various ways in which Bhagwan or Tattva or God becomes available to us who otherwise cannot approach him.
Right.
So, this is a science.
Right.
So, people who do not know this, they can think that this is a ritual or this is just a worship of piece of stone, but it is not. So, and if you do it properly, then you have the realization, you have the benefit of it.
So, just like there are sanskars which we do at various events in a person's life, are there also agama type, is there agama also for that?
Yeah, there are agamas for that.
For that.
Yeah.
So,
so there are samskaras which are done according to the Shraut, according to the Shruti.
right.
And then there is a Smriti samskara.
Right. So, we can say that Agama is a parallel system to the Vedas, has its own equivalent of sanskars. So, like sanskars are from the Vedic system, Agama got its own sanskars.
Yeah, they have their own.
So, you can have a Agama-based marriage ceremony.
Yes, you have the Agama-based, say for example, Diksha,
Right.
initiation.
So, it's a whole process, a knowledge system and practice system for a whole life from beginning to end.
Yes.
And so you cannot just reduce it to symbolism or rituals or anything like that. That's kind of very demeaning, I would say.
That is because people do not understand.
I mean, it's like if you had a chimpanzee and he's looking at somebody driving a car, he sees the guy doing this and then he does this and then he shifts this and he doesn't know
What is happening?
that it is causing something.
Right.
He may see the car moving around, but he doesn't see the cause effect.
Yes.
Because his brain is not smart enough to say that doing this will turn this way. He doesn't understand that. So, for him it's just some random thing going on.
Yeah, or suppose he, even better example is suppose he listens to a raga, he listens to classical music and he listens to some normal sound,
He doesn't know.
some water falling down or something. He doesn't know the difference, but there is a vast difference between the two.
Right.
So, one who understands what is classical music knows the difference, but other person, whether it is chimpanzee or even a normal human being, he thinks that why this noise this guy is making.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is
So,
he
can we
crying?
say that an Agama is having a causal effect? In other words, cause effect. It's affecting the universe. It's
Yes.
changing the cosmos in some way. I mean, there's Agamas to bring rain. There's Agamas to do all sorts, all kind of things. So, there is a result being produced by this set of actions.
Yeah, of course, it is meant for, it has a purpose. It's not just for sake of spending time. It has its definite purpose. It has a prayojana.
So, it is a karma to produce a certain phala.
Yes, definitely.
That ritual is not, because
No,
ritual is, yeah,
It is not. It is not something mechanical.
right.
It is again, as we have discussed in other episodes, that it is actually to uplift your consciousness, your awareness, which basically means that you want to get rid of your conditioning by this physical body.
Right.
So, this is a process to liberate yourself, to become free from the conditioning.
Right.
It's a very great science,
Mm.
Agama.